We want to take a moment to welcome everyone to the Watch This Shit podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. My name is Seneca, the movie professor. With this podcast, we're going to give you the definitive decision on whether you should go see a new movie or not. It's real easy. If we say, watch this shit, go out and enjoy some good cinema. If we say, don't watch this shit, avoid it as you would scarfing down one of everything from the menu of your favorite Italian restaurant in one sitting. Or don't. You can do what you want. It may be fun, or you may find yourself ordering your next lasagna in heaven. You want to listen to us? You put your life in your own hands. There was a time, that's a great way to start this. There was a time when Sunday night was newspaper comics night in our home. Me and my sister would rush in from whatever church service we were forced to attend and grab the middle section of the newspaper. Now, every day the newspapers had comic strips, but on Sunday, those things had color. Oh yeah, Beetle Bailey, Calvin and Hobbes, Family Circus, Boondocks, and one of the greatest comic series to ever do it, Garfield. The creators of these series were able to tell an entire story within 3 to 6 panels. Opening, setup, and punchline, just like that, week after week. Because of the digital age, today's youth will never again be able to experience the brilliance of this form of storytelling. There were running gags, controversial moments, and so many iconic images that have traveled with us into the future. Many more that have been lost. But every time you are behind the truck and Calvin is peeing on any object, you can thank comics. Well, you can thank the corruption of comics for that image, but you get my point. Today, we're going to review the Garfield movie, The Return of Chris Pratt playing a chubby CGI character that loves Italian food. This is what we call a pattern, people. Garfield is the story of a fat orange cat. His owner, that he sees more as his pet, John Arbuckle, and his sidekick, Odie. The comic dealt with the life he led as a regular ass house cat that loved to eat human food. He had many running gags about hating Mondays, being lazy, loving to eat, being mean to his dog companion, taking advantage of his owner, and again, loving to eat. How the hell do you discern a full length movie out of these little mini adventures is beyond me. But Hollywood said, we're going to try again. Yes, again. They did a live action mesh years ago and went back to the well, but with a slightly better approach this time. Now, we have it in CGI. In this film, we get the team up we never knew we would get. Garfield must team up with his estranged father to thwart a cat that is trying to get revenge on the dad for something that happened between them in the past. They have to go on a road trip, have a heist, and a Mission Impossible train sequence knockoff. Will we get a movie that makes any damn sense from these wildly separate ideas? Or will it be some bullshit to put on to try to distract your kiddos with bright colors? Chris Pratt was excellent as Star Lord, and Andy Dwyer. Even though the trailers had me worried about him portraying Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it turned out okay. Not necessarily because of his voice acting, but because they put together a great film that was carried by the amazing performance of Jack Black as Bowser. Now, here he is using his same as Chris Pratt voice as Garfield. It doesn't work. Because the plot is weak, there isn't anything to hold up this limp noodle of a voice casting choice. I'll say this. He has a great fucking agent. He shouldn't even be considered for these roles. We all hear this, right? He sounds just like himself. That's okay. When you're playing a character that we have never heard before, but we have many iterations of the Flabby Tabby. There were live action movies that I mentioned before where he was played by Bill Murray. Bill Murray. Get out of here. There were the quality of those movies. The quality of those movies were not up to standard, right? But no one can deny Murray has a great deadpan humorous type voice that is perfect for the orange cat. There was also the Garfield and Friends cartoon that created a lot of scenes from the comics. That's the voice I hear whenever I read a caption from the comic. It was perfect. Pratt said, "Yeah, but what if I just don't try?" This film attempts to get by on its bright colors and iconic characters is not enough. None of my family was able to allow this film to get our full attention. My little one was climbing all over me, trying to get me to do something else. My wife was on her phone, and I was furiously writing notes between the moments that I was able to reposition my child and get to my phone. If if it was just us, I would have said, "Hey, maybe we are the weird ones." But it wasn't. All of the families in the theater were having conversation and similar experiences than to what we were having. They were talking about everything else in their lives other than this bland film we were sitting through. Remember your favorite character from the Garfield series? His dad? Oh, you don't remember him? Probably because he wasn't in any material we've seen until now. Samuel L. Jackson plays Vic, the heist planning, smooth talking, left his baby in the back of an alley, cat, and the father of the protagonist. I've never been disappointed to see Mr. Jackson show up in a movie. He is entertaining in most everything that he's ever been in. I would have liked him to have not been in this shit. He's here to add the forced tension of, oh, you abandoned me as a kitten, so now we have unresolved daddy issues to deal with. And anyone that has seen any kind of film knows he didn't really leave the baby. He went to go get him some food, came back, and saw that he was in the loving care of John. So, thinking he was helping his kid have a better life, he let him go. He came to their home frequently and watched him from afar to see if his son was happy and safe. One conversation would have resolved this issue. Why the hell we got to sit here and pretend like this is peak drama for almost 2 hours? Shut this shit down so we can go do something else, please. Everyone knows I'm not a fan of prequels. I feel like I've been talking about that a lot lately. Stop doing prequels. The opening with Arbuckle's pets as a kitten and a puppy was so much better than anything else in the film. I would have been okay with the Muppet Baby scenario in order to see them have adventures when they were young. Think normal, but as the main character. Everybody loves puppies and kittens. I'm only half serious Hollywood. Please don't do that shit. You've done enough. In the opening, they do get out a lot of the gags from the comic strip. That's what we wanted to see. They seem to have done it out of obligation, though, not out of love for Jim Davis's material. Excuse me. The Mario movie littered references of the source material all through the runtime of that film. This movie offloaded their jokes quick and moved on to whatever else they wanted to show us. If if only they had run this past some Garfield fans before they completed it, they may not have wasted an IP on another bad entry into what could have been a great series. I was not impressed in the slightest. The only positive are the character designs. They are cute and vibrant because they just stole them from the damn comics. That's it. That's the list. Anything else you name that came out of this movie, I don't like it. There is absolutely no reason to get any further in depth. Don't watch this shit. If you do, you only have yourself to blame. I clearly provided you with all the reasons this had no chance of being a good film. So, some of these properties get so far removed from what the essence of the original thing is that they might as well be their own thing. Don't drag a legendary creation into your juvenile attempt at making money. I mean, a movie. Thank you for listening to another episode of Watch This Shit. You come here for the realest take on new movies. So make sure you follow us so you're not left in the dark on whether you check out a new movie or not. If you haven't seen this shit yet, go on about your life. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, you're doing good. Damn, you're doing good. Check us out next time when we review Bad Boys Ride or Die. And good day to you.